Hi, everyone. Welcome to Ladies Power Lunch. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am excited to have this conversation with Charlene, and we're talking today about something that's important to most of us as entrepreneurs. I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, social media went down in two of the very key areas that we like to use to share about our businesses. And so for some of us, not me, because I have always tried to take some distance from social media, but a lot of us found ourselves in a space where we didn't really know what to do next because we were disconnected from the people who buy our product, the people who are part of our groups, the people who do things with us to help us grow our business. And so we were invited to really reconsider the idea that old fashioned email lists are actually something that we should all be thinking about and perhaps cultivating in a different way. And because it's Ladies Power Lunch and because we're talking to me, I want to know, how can we cultivate our email list? How can we grow our email list? How can we actually nurture our email list, but in a more heart-centered and source-led aligned way? And so I reached out to one of my favorite communities, and I had a wonderful friend who raised her hand and said, I will help you. I will help guide your people along the path of righteous email listing. And today we have with us Charlene, and she is going to teach us a little bit about email lists. And of course, at the end, we'll share with you how you can be in touch with her, because I know you're going to have questions, and it's just a half an hour. And in order for us to really pack all of that goodness in, it's going to really take some time. So at the end, we'll give you an opportunity to connect with Charlene so that you can learn more. On the call today, though, we have a few of our favorite friends. We have Rose, we have Julie, we have Donna. And so I just wanted to give everybody an opportunity to very briefly, before we start with Charlene, introduce yourself, say who you are and what it is that you do. So let's start with Rose. Rose, would you be able to unmute and just share with us who you are and what your business is?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Rose Andre, and I was introduced to this group by my good friend Lorena Hawkins. And we've been friends for a while, and we travel together doing business and stuff. Beautiful lady, inside and out. And I'm so happy that I'm able to reach out to, she was able to connect me with you guys. But needless to say, just a little bit about myself. I've been a nurse for 30 years, and I was just telling Dr. Salvia, I cannot show my face right now. I worked last night, I didn't get no sleep yet. So, but thank God for a voice. I can just come and just share with you guys. I'm a mother of 4 sons, and also I'm a prayer warrior. If you need somebody to pray, call me. And basically, I'm here to really talk about, and also I started a group called Lions Club in the area where I live. It's a nonprofit organization where we help people in the community. We tag team with the veterans, we feed the people, we clean up, we do all kind of stuff just to make a difference. But aside from that, I've been with this company called Legalshield, and Legalshield is a company where you have a membership and you get access to top lawyers. To read any project that you have, like let's say if they send you a letter you don't understand, and a lot of stuff they send, people just sign it, and you have to be careful because you got to know what you're signing for. They will be able to read it for you, and also send letter with the letterhead for you. And if you get in trouble, you can call them 24/7, 7 days a week. As a mother, you want to make sure your kids are covered because you never know, life is happening. And also we have this other part, and not only that, you basically connected to a law firm where you get, like, let's say like as a nurse, if I have a family member having surgery, I don't want an orthopedic to have heart surgery on my mom. So I would want the surgeon, like a heart surgeon. So that's basically what it is. With the law firm, you get
Mhm.
a specific lawyer for everything that you need, and so many other things. And the next one that you get is the identity theft, whereby they cover you with like, let's say somebody trying to use your identity, they will stay with you and just help you every step of the way to regain your good name again.
That
And
sounds wonderful,
it's
Rose.
it's so
That
many
sounds
things that you
really
get
good. I think
along with it.
there's an
Yeah.
opportunity for you to pop into the group and under the tab,
Mm-hmm.
the feed where we have an opportunity for us to introduce ourselves every week. Just make
Okay.
sure that you're outlining all the features of the
Okay.
offer that you have. Awesome, Rose. Thanks so much for
Cool.
sharing. I really want us
Sure.
to get into the meat of talking about email marketing today. So I want to invite you, Julie and Donna, to just very briefly share who you are and what you do so that we can get to Charlene. Julie, you want to go ahead and just say who you are, what you do?
Hi, everyone. Yes, I'll put my contact info in the chat box so you can reach out to me. I help people who hurt. I help people who want to be healthy naturally using organic grounding and technologies of nature. We have many different solutions, and our Black Friday special is free shipping on everything. So now's the time to place an order, even for something small, because it's all free shipping. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Julie. And dearest Donna, so glad that you're here.
I
I know
surprised
you,
you.
I love you, but everybody else doesn't. So can you just tell everybody really quickly who you are and what you do?
So I am Donna McPherson, a CPA, but more than that, I'm an on-call CFO and business advisor for small business owners and entrepreneurs who want to make more money and keep it, to
That's
build
nobody.
wealth,
Nobody wants to make more money and keep it. What?
keep it so you can create wealth and leave a legacy. What's the point in working for yourself if you're worse off than working for somebody else?
Oh,
I make
Donna.
sure that doesn't
Oh,
happen.
Donna. Guys, you see why I love Donna, right? She's amazing. Thanks so much for joining us today.
You're
So,
welcome.
everyone, remember you can always post about your business. Just remember to look out for the thread that invites you to do that and share, because there's so many amazing people, so many amazing businesses in our group. And now I would love to introduce you guys to Charlene. She's really going to give us some real information, the information we really need about how we can nurture our email list. Charlene, welcome. Thanks so
Thanks
much
so
for joining
much.
us. Can you say who you are and what it is that you do?
Hi, everyone. I'm Charlene Ignacio. I have been an entrepreneur for 23 years. I've left corporate America and started my first business and have ridden the waves of change, as many of you have, when introduction of websites and social media came, and then this evolution of where we are going now, where text campaigning and email campaigning is a thing. So I have seen these waves of change come through. My background comes from doing my internship in marketing with Walt Disney World. Focus on that with learning from one of the very best companies to learn marketing from. Also having a Black Belt Lean Six Sigma certification, which means that I build systems and processes that help you not only streamline and grow your business, but more importantly, how to stop being a slave to it. And so when this topic came up about email marketing, my heart just went out to Dr. Davia and said, I would love to help our community learn more about this, because it's the one of the two things you actually own. You don't own Facebook, you don't own TikTok, you don't own Instagram. All of those platforms are borrowed. You don't even own your own website. This really, just pricked my heart and said, I've got to share the things that we do to help our clients, to help my own business grow. And so, Dr. Davia, we are so excited to be here to help.
Awesome. So tell us, I mean, we're entrepreneurs, and I feel as though entrepreneurs sometimes we're babes in the woods in a way,
Yes.
because there's so much that we really don't know. And we're passionate about the thing that we're passionate about, but a lot of things that have to do with running a business that runs smoothly really do escape us. So, what are the things that you think every entrepreneur should know when it comes to growing and nurturing an email list?
I love that. Thank you. So there's going to be three promises that are going to happen on this live today. The first one is I'm going to help you where you are and help you get where you want to go. Because a lot of people, will discount themselves and say, well, I'm not there. I'm not where Dr. Davia is. I'm not where Donna is. I'm not where Julie is. And that is that is not true. We all started where you are. So I'm wanting to give you permission to start where you are so that you can listen and be open during this Zoom so that you can really hear some solutions for your business. That's the first promise. And I won't leave you where you are. I'm going to take you where you want to go so that at least you have a way to map and plan out the success of your business with email marketing. The second promise is I'm going to keep it simple. A lot of times people say, read this book, go on this training, go on to this thing, and it just becomes overwhelming and people don't do anything. And a lot of times they stay stuck because it's overwhelm of information. So today I'm going to promise you we're going to keep it simple. And the third promise is that you're actually going to take one or more of these action items and you actually can implement them today in your business. So Dr. Davia, I want to keep that promise to our community.
Awesome. What should we be doing?
Okay. First thing is remember you are in the people business. Everyone, you are not in the TikTok business. You're not in the Facebook business. You're not in the Instagram business. You are getting money from a person. So when you remember that first, as you're building out this email strategy, I want you to remember you're talking to a person. A lot of times people get so caught up in the fluff or they have this perfectionism about email marketing and they never do it. So wherever you are right now in your business, let's start there. You're in the people business. That's the first rule of engagement. Second is keep it simple. Your content doesn't have to be long copy, short copy, which one works better. We've had this age-old argument. And you know what? Depending on your business, it will determine what kind of copy or what kind of email marketing you should create. The third thing is, and this is where the dating method is one of the main things I coach on, is remember, email marketing is not to get married. Email marketing is to date, be the red hot Jimmy Choo shoes you love, and be totally all about engagement, touching, engaging, being attractive, engaging where you get interest, because you're not closing them on an email. You're just taking them down this dating path where you want to get to coffee, which may be an appointment, get them to a movie, which might be them coming to a training, get them to, say, hey, I've got more problems and you have solutions for me. Can we get on another call? Remember, the dating method is how you should lay out your sales process with using email marketing. These are the three fundamental things that I coach on specifically for people who want to use email marketing as a strategy. Now, that being said, when you're dating, remember, you're not trying to fire hose them with all this information and give them a 20-page resume about why you're so amazing and awesome. No one wants to know about that. They want to just know about your red hot Jimmy Choo shoes and go, wow, what makes her so different? What makes their products so inviting? What makes them so exciting and happy about what they do? Remember, email marketing is a touch point. It is not where you get married. So you have to remember that strategy as you try to write out your copy, when you try to, invite people to take on your free 5-point checklist on how to be an amazing accountant and why you shouldn't do it as a business owner. Those are the things that get people interested. Okay, so those are the three foundational rules, guys, of email marketing. If you can follow those sound business principles, it is so critical for you in knowing how you can grow your list. Oh, I like that, Dr. Donna. What is one strategy to attract people on a date? Yes. So one of the things that people do is they have a free offer. And that's been really standard across the space for the last 5 to 7 years, is having a free offer. It could be a strategy call. It can be a ebook. For some of us who are seasoned in this space, some of us say, you know what, we want to get on a call with you just to dive and deep dive for 30 minutes on what kind of problem you have in your business. So that is one strategy in attracting them to get on a date. Now, here is what it is all about. People shop because it's all about them. So the minute as a business owner you realize it has nothing to do with you is the minute your email copy will make more sense, because it's about them and their problem they're trying to solve. So one of the best strategies that we've used in the space, besides a free offer, is talk about them. Describe who they are, how they understand who and what you're about. So here's an example. Let's say you are selling holistic coaching, okay? Holistic coaching, you want to give them alternatives to traditional medicine. You want to give them experiences about understanding how to
Oh, Charlene, I'm
yes, here we go.
there
I
we
think
go.
I just had to unmute me.
Thanks.
So let's say you're talking about coaching and you offer essential oils. You want to talk about using, meditation. You want to offer all these different services. Remember, it's not about what you sell. It's about what they need. So the attraction point of those red hot Jimmy Choo shoes, excuse me, I'm so sorry, is going to be about what they need. So for example, in your email title, it should say, are you tired? Do you wish you had more time in the day? Do you feel exhausted? Are you unhappy? Remember, it's about them. And stating it in a question format, stating in a way that attracts them is going to make a higher conversion of them opening up your email. Now, remember, when Instagram and Facebook went down, when COVID hit, the only thing people owned was email list and contact information. And if you didn't have either, you were out of luck. If you couldn't tell your customers your business was closed because you had a COVID incident, everyone just thought you were out of business. So you don't want to be that way now that we've experienced a Facebook and Instagram shutdown for hours and hours. You want to use email as a communication point. Now, one of the things that I wrote down here specifically what I want to do is what not to do. So Dr. Davia, I wrote this down as you gave me that list. I said, I need to tell people what not to do. Okay. What not to do, everybody. And ladies, this is our first problem as women. We assume we have to help everyone. I want to give you permission today to stop trying to be everyone's solution because you're not. Get super hyper focused on the one person you can help, because guess what? There's a lot more of that one person in the world, but you can't talk to everybody. So the first thing is realize, stop trying to be the solution for everyone. Second thing is stop trying to give too much over information. It doesn't matter to them. You kind of get drowned out in the sea of sameness. I want to say that again, because this is a highlight, underline, circle. You do not want to be in the sea of sameness because you're trying to copy everyone else's copy, thinking maybe that's what they need. Step into your power, ladies, and be who you are. Don't try to be everyone else's copy because, well, that person looks successful and this person looks successful. No one cares about that. I want you to be you. I want you to stand out in the sea of sameness because you're authentically who you are. Remember, you're going to help that one person because you're the person that has that solution. The third no, and stop doing, and women, I know this is going to hurt some people's feelings. They're going to be like, that Charlene is crazy, is stop trying to be in 10 different platforms. Pick 2 to 3 that you're going to champion. If you're going to be a TikTok superstar, then stay on TikTok. If you're going to be on LinkedIn, stay on LinkedIn. But stop trying to be on 10 platforms, exhausted, tired, mad, upset, because you're like, well, sure, I'm just trying to make sure I get to everybody. No one wants to know about that. If you want to champion Facebook, then champion Facebook. If you want to champion Instagram, then champion Instagram or Clubhouse. But be as more dialed in and focused on that. So stop trying to be everywhere. That is such a hard thing sometimes for entrepreneurs because we have this FOMO. But more importantly is because we are worth grabbing. We are trying to grab worth from outside instead of being who we are. That worth of who we are in our email marketing will come out much more than you trying to act and make a front of, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Nobody wants to buy that because you're not going to stay successful in business if you're trying to always be someone else and not you. Okay. The stop doing list is more important in this Zoom call than anything else I'm going to coach on today, because your email, you're going to rip out 25 pages and go, Char, I can't do my email marketing. And I'll say, why don't you step back and try to be real instead of try to be everyone else? Just be you, right? Here is one of the things that I've coached on, and this is where, we create this bridge. Email marketing starts off with collecting initial emails from calls, speaking gigs, events. Ask the event person, do I get an email list? Do I get the contact people that are in this and registered? So you have to be proactive, guys, in getting this email list built. 2, ask it from your group. If you have a Facebook group, use GroupKit. Use that to get the email list and be
Say
able to
again,
build that out.
what are we
GroupKit.
using? Group
GroupKit. Mm-hmm.
Kit. I'm putting it in the
GroupKit.
chat.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you. It's a tool. So if you have a Facebook group, it's a great tool to get and extract emails from people who enter into your group. Now, remember, if your questions in your Facebook group do not have a question about, hey, would you like tips and information and updates? Would you provide your email? Guess what? You're never going to get an email. So from the onset of your Facebook group build, this is a $10,000 strategy that we have coached on, because you could get that email from the very beginning of them entering to your group. Guess what, guys? You have a targeted audience. Okay. That's a very important hack. A lot of people, when I review their Facebook groups, they don't have that. They have all this extra fluff. And I'm like, if you don't have an email, you can't market to them. And they're like, oh my gosh, I have 10,000 people in my group. And you don't got a single email. What is the purpose of that group? Okay. The third hack that I want to share, and this is probably going to be for everyone who's on Facebook, Instagram, make your email visible. If you're on Clubhouse, make it visible in your profile, because that is going to help people engage with you. If they don't have a way to contact you, then they don't have a way to ever get to your services or your help. Okay. Remember, you have to go through your checklist and make sure you have that. One of the strategies we run is email signatures. When you are sending out emails, does your email signature look professional? Does it have your contact information? Remember, that's an engagement point. If it doesn't have your information on there, how are they going to connect with you? You have to remember, you have to look at every touch point that you're engaging with your client or your prospect and have your information on there. That's a single most, easiest thing. And yet it's so simple, people forget it. Remember, guys, I promised you simple is going to be on this Zoom today, because I want you to be able to execute these things the second you get off of this live with all of us. Okay. The last hack, and this is a gift, and of course there's more, but I just wanted to highlight a couple of things really significant, is in this email, when you're sending out email to convert someone, you want to not over give email. So what I mean by that is, don't email them every week, right? Set up a standard email at least once a month, and usually do it either on a Thursday or a Friday, just because they're probably overwhelmed with work during the week. And make the email about just announcements, things that are about what you're doing that could help them. And then when you have an event or a training or a challenge that you're doing, then add those emails to the sequences. Don't overwhelm your email list because you feel like, well, sure, I got to just tell them. No, be precise, be clear, because they'll either unsubscribe because they feel like it's spammy. So you want to make sure that you schedule out your emails so that this hack you're using makes it feel like, oh, I'm so excited to get this email. One of the clients we had, she loves shoes. She sells European shoes. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's about a $225 per pair. It's a high priced item.
I love her shoes, by the way.
Yes. Aren't they amazing? Right?
They are amazing.
She's like, Shar, what do we do? I said, you know what? Have every Friday as a featured shoe. Talk about the shoe. Oh, pick one shoe to talk about. Oh my gosh, that makes sense. Don't try to do 12 shoes. Just make them look forward to seeing your email. It is a hook. You create a hook when you create anticipation versus trying to overwhelm them, fire hose them, vomit on them because you're trying to give them so much because you're worried about if they're not going to get all the information. No one cares about that. They only want, remember guys, red hot Jimmy Choo shoes. They care about just the touch. They don't want to get married to you. They're not trying to get married to you. They're just trying to date you. They're just trying to see if you get them. All right. So this is practical advice for email marketing, because guess what, guys? You can do this. You don't need to go hire someone. You don't need to go get a whole nother, social media manager. You actually can do this right now where you are in your business. You can set this strategy up so that when you add on team members, they know exactly what your strategy is. These are practical, simple hacks for your email marketing strategy. Dr. Davia, thank you for letting me share these amazing hacks that people can do right now and sound business principles.
So Charlene, before we wrap, I want to
Yes.
ask you, tell us a story about a time when somebody had horrible email marketing, like somebody who was doing some really, really ridiculous things, and how you were able to help them.
So this client, came to us. They've been in business 3 years, and they referred to us from another client. My business majority is referral based. We've never spent $1 on an ad. We've always just been referral, referral, referral. Said, Charlene, for the last 3 years, we went from 18,000 in revenue to 120, and now we're at 500,000. And we have this email list. We don't market on this. We don't do it. That was the first horrible thing. They didn't use our email list to market, and that was painful. So he said, Charlene, I don't know email marketing. I don't touch that. I don't know what to do. We literally, and this was such a pain point. He sent this first email list after we said, you need to start using email. He said, okay. So he sent this email list. He had about 5,227 contacts. And he said, Charlie, no one even engaged with us. And I said, well, what did you send? He said, I talked about us. I told him what we do and how we do it. And I said, not going to work. And so he said, okay, well, what do you want us to do? I said, well, let's make some stories. Let's share. And his business is cybersecurity. So it's very scary. It's very real. Okay. It's about hacking. It's about people's information being on the dark web. And I said, share a story. And so these are called Cyber Scary Stories is the title of his email. And now he's at 1.2 million this year. We just did his revenue report this morning before I got on this call because I needed a story to share. And he said, Char, we're at 1.2 million, and our email marketing that we use for all of our salespeople, for all our channel partners, for all our corporate engagement, all of our events, we are getting more engagement, more inquiries of, hey, can we set up an appointment? Can we talk? And so we took something he knew already he was doing and said, stop trying to bomb it on people, but actually start telling stories about how you've helped your clients. Because guess what? The more relationship building you are, because you're selling to people, the more engaged they will be. That was so much more clear for him in regards to his strategy. And he didn't have to hire a content writer. He could write out that. We created a template for him to follow as he did his email marketing. And that has helped him grow to double his revenue for this past 2021. So it went from a nightmare to something that actually converted for him. And now his entire sales team uses that strategy when they market to their people. His entire channel partner group uses that strategy when they market to people. So guess what? It's a behavior you can repeat because it's successful.
Excellent. I love that. People are going to be wondering, oh my goodness, I need to talk to Charlene. I need to get on a 20-minute call with Charlene. I need to just pick her brain. How can people reach out to you?
Well, I put my information in the chat, everybody. So please reach out to me. There's my email, Charlene at coach2coachacademy.com. I've put my personal number because I feel like I'm in business to help with people. So please, thank you, Donna. I would love to chat with you and learn more about what you're doing. The second thing is, guys, there's my personal number to call me, text me. Hey, Char, I've got a quick question. Dr. Davia, one of the things I've always learned is, guys, just let this soak in. Just let it process, right? Let it kind of process to your toes. And so that you can actually ask me really sound questions about your business, because this is a lot of information. There's a lot of things to take action on, but let it process. Because when you get on a call with me to ask me questions and learn more about what we do to help our clients, I want you to be prepared. Oh, I actually have 4 offices. I'm available in Orange County, Dallas, Texas. We are in Phoenix, Arizona, and Salt Lake City, Utah. We have physical offices as well as being virtual. But we have just reopened our doors because we want people to be successful in business. So thank you, Julie, for asking that.
Awesome. Charlene, it was really just such a pleasure to have your energy in the room with us and reminding us that we're talking to people. Our clients are people. Our customers are people. My patients are people. It's people. And nobody wants to be sold to or force-fed anything, but we do want to see a pretty Jimmy shoe. I know I do.
Awesome. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys for joining us in the Zoom room. Thank you to everybody who joined us over in the Ladies Power Lunch Facebook group. And guys, the party's not over. It's Friday at 1 o'clock. We continue and we're going to be talking about human design. So I hope you guys can join us all then. I'll see you guys on the next show. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.